Hey, this is Cassidy Paris, and you're listening to Talking About Rock.
Talking About Rock is sponsored by School of Rock, North Buffalo, where they're making musicians every day. Okay, we now have with us Australian rocker Cassidy Paris. Hello, Cassidy.
Hey, how are you going?
Good, good. And who have you got with you today here?
Hey, my name's Tom. I'm a guitarist in the band.
Excellent. Thanks
Nice
for
to meet
joining
you.
us today, Tom. Appreciate it. So
Cheers.
just at 20 years old, Cassidy, you've released two sold-out EPs, Broken Hearted and Flirt, before signing with Frontiers Music for a new sensation.
Yeah, it's been a really exciting couple of years for us, and we're really excited because the response to the debut album has been fantastic. And as you said, the EPs have completely sold out prior to the album, so it's been awesome.
Yeah, I was just reading through some of the reviews here a little bit, and you're getting great stuff on here. New Sensation is a solid, well-crafted, and entertaining album-oriented rock, melodic hard rock for this younger singer-writer who is talented and experienced beyond her age. One of the reviews wrote here for you. And on looks like on Blabbermouth, they're saying Cassidy Paris has the guitar chops and spirited vocals of someone much more mature. Great stuff that's coming out for sure.
Thank you. No, I really appreciate it. Yeah, it's been awesome to have such, fantastic magazines and websites and things that I grew up like reading myself to keep up to date with artists, write such lovely things about us and the band. So, and the debut record, it's been awesome.
Yeah, and you were raised on classic hard rock, right? Inspired by like rockers like Lizzy Hale, Joan Jett, Pat Benatar, Avril Lavigne, those type of things.
Yeah, absolutely. Both of us were kind of raised on that classic hard rock, and my dad was has been in the scene for a very long time. So I think it was kind of a given that I was into this style of music. But yeah, it's been fantastic to kind of take a lot of those artists and kind of shape myself into the artist that I wanted to be. But growing up, like listening to Hailstorm, Lizzy Hale from Hailstorm, and even like Taylor Momsen from the Pretty Reckless, some modern day artists, and then you listen to Joan Jett and Pat Benatar and Lita Ford, all those greats that kind of like paved the way for women in rock. It's been interesting to see the path that we've gone down so far, but you were into things like AC/DC and
Yeah, totally. AC/DC, Airborne, and that sort of thing. Yeah, just for the music as well as the show as well. So it's great.
yeah.
Excellent. So, but you were at age 11, you actually met singer-songwriter Paul Laine, right? From Danger, Danger and Defiants. Tell us a little bit about that meeting at age 11.
Yeah. It was great. Paul Laine actually he came down to do some solo shows in Australia, and my dad's band at the time backed him. They were his backing band, and I kind of expressed an interest to Paul. And Paul is like the I don't know if you've met Paul before, but he's the most lovely, just the most lovely musician you'll ever meet. He's so down to earth and so kind to everyone that he meets. But I expressed an interest to him in songwriting, and he took me under his wing. So I'm very grateful to kind of had that mentorship from a young age. I started writing with him when I was 12 or 13, and put out my first single, Talk About It, when I was 14 years old. So it's been a relationship and a friendship that's been in the works for quite some time now, and I'm very grateful for it.
Yeah, and speaking of songwriting, you're also a semifinalist for an international songwriting competition for was it
Yeah.
best hard rock song and best unsigned artist? Well, you're signed now, so this was prior to that, but tell us
Yeah.
how that started out.
Yeah, it was fantastic. We've been nominated quite a few times in the past, and now we also have the Femme Medal Awards that we've just been nominated for. I think it's for the breakthrough artist, and for the record of the year, I believe, as well. So yeah, it's been great to be nominated and to be recognized as amongst all those other artists that I love so much. Like we're in the mix with bands like The Warning and Plush, and I'm sure you're aware of Plush. They're from the United States, and a bunch of females, up and coming female artists. So it's great to be thrown into the mix with those people that inspire me as well.
Yeah, I really like their stuff, like Plush for sure. Yeah, definitely. And of course, The Warning. Yeah. So in 2022, 23, you toured Australia and the UK doing support shows with John Corabi and H.E.A.T. Tell us a little bit about that. You got any stories from the road you could share with our listeners? They always want to hear those.
Yeah, well, H.E.A.T. I mean, John Corabi has so many stories. I can't even
Sure.
tell you how many stories he told me in that one night that I played a show with him. He was, and he's the most lovely guy as well. We met up with him at Winterstorm that year as well, that he played on the bill. I don't know if you just met John Corabi that.
I wasn't there.
Well, yeah, I spoke to John Corabi again after that, after I played that show, and then spoke to him at the festival that we played, and he's just so lovely. We love John Corabi, and H.E.A.T are just they're some of our good friends as well, and we're playing with them on the bill for a festival called Glamfest in Australia that's happening in about 2.5 weeks. And yeah, can't wait to catch up with them. They're just such lovely guys. I'm like, I have a bit of a crush on all of them. I'm going to be honest with you. And I kind of have from a young age, as with Eric Grunwald as well, who was obviously previously in H.E.A.T. So they're kind of like my pin-ups. So don't tell them I said that if you ever interview them. They're going to find that very creepy.
They'll probably find out when this podcast comes out. Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
Right.
No, but Kenny is the lead singer. He's the kindest person ever, as are all of them. They were just so supportive of my career as a young female in rock, and we can't wait to catch up with them soon.
Yeah. Do you think nowadays it seems to be a lot easier? Like we talked a little bit about, some of your influences and some of the earlier folks. There's a lot more female driven rock than there was in the day, right? There was kind of just like Joan Jett and Pat Benatar. There wasn't really a lot else that was going on. Now you mentioned, Taylor also, she's doing great, but there's so much stuff going on. Do you feel now it's more of a breakthrough time for all these female artists to really come alive?
I think so. I think that there are a lot of females doing fantastic things for the scene. And as I said in a previous interview that we just did, I feel like the debut record, New Sensation, is very much a bit mixed bag as well. Like there's a bunch of songs, like there are some very 80s influenced songs like Midnight Desire, that's super 80s influenced. And then you've got things like Addicted that kind of have like a punky, more current sound to it. So yeah, it's definitely like it appeals to a huge, like wider audience as well. And that's really something that I was quite passionate about. And I know Tom's very passionate about that too. We listen to a bunch of bands together and separately. Like we love the Struts, and they're like very much like a current sounding rock band. And what else do we listen to?
What other bands are there? You put me on the spot. The Struts just come to mind all the time. They're such a great example. I don't know if you've heard of them.
Oh, yes, I've heard. Actually, they're going to be coming up here at one of the clubs within the next couple months. They'll be playing. I've been waiting to see them for a long time.
I reckon they'll be great energy live and stuff, but they're like a mix of the 80s rock with like new modern kind of popular stuff. Right.
Yeah, and that's kind of how you need to mix it up a little bit nowadays.
Yeah,
and you mentioned the song Midnight Desire, and I've been checking out the tracks. And of course, that was a standout track for me because I'm an 80s guy. So I really like that a lot, And I was actually thinking maybe that should have been put a little higher in the mix on the album. But anyways, you got a little bit of everything on here, which is really great. Tell us a little bit about writing some of these tracks. Did you have some of this already put together, or did you just go in the studio kind of cold and say, we're gonna belt it out?
Yeah, well, I mean, some of the songs we had previously written before the album was kind of, it came to fruition. So like things like I Never Loved You and stuff are like reimagined versions of the songs. But I always knew that I wanted to have songs like I Never Loved You and Stand and Walking on Fire on the album because they were they were such crowd favorites. So it was something that I really wanted people to be able to purchase and to be able to have the hard copy of, because that's what a lot of our fan base has been saying for a long time, that they wanted to have the hard copy of like a Cassidy Paris CD or a vinyl or something. And yeah, it's been great. Like there's a bunch of new tracks on it, like Addicted, there's Bright Side, there's Here I Am has been a huge crowd favorite as well. That's one of my favorites to sing, and it was the third single as well, and we made a video for that one. So it's been great to see how people are liking the new stuff we've put out there as well.
Excellent. Yep. All right, cool. We'll take a quick break here and let's actually check out a track in the video for Danger from the new album, New Sensation. And we'll be right back here with Cassidy Paris on Talking About Rock. Okay, we're back here on Talking About Rock. Just checked out the video and track for Danger from the new album, New Sensation. Cool stuff, like you're saying. It's a little mix of everything on here, which I think showcases you very well, right? It's a little mix of each. It's a little rock, it's a little ballady. You know, it's got some 80s mix in there, and the guitar licks are really tasty, I must say. I'm really liking the solos and the licks in there. Really good stuff.
Thank you. Yeah. I think like when we were writing Danger, I said to Tom a little while ago when we were talking about Danger and the writing of Danger yesterday in an interview, is that it kind of started off with the riff for that one, and Danger was a little bit different because it was kind of darker than what we had previously done. So I knew that it was going to be different and have kind of a different sound to it. And you know, I'd been listening to, and you could probably tell, a lot of Vixen at the time, and a lot of Lita Ford and things like that. So
Yep, love Vixen, love Lita Ford, great stuff.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. So, and those were bands that I grew up listening to and loving. So, it's been great to kind of have that kind of response. And I've even spoken to the lead singer of Vixen at the moment, and she's been really supportive as well of my career. So it's awesome to kind of, you know, have that connection with people that you looked up to growing up.
Yeah. We talked to their keyboard player Tyson Leslie a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, but
Oh
so
yeah,
cool to see so many of these bands, you know, that I grew up with, that I was influenced by. All
yeah,
this music's coming alive again. So for guys my age, it's a real treat. But also all the new music that's coming out is very, very cool. So speaking of that, speaking of new music, are you guys writing also right now? Writing any stuff?
Yeah,
yeah,
plenty of new stuff coming through. We don't know exactly what we're going to be doing just yet in terms of a release, but something's happening
yeah.
at some point. But we're just writing loads of new ideas and stuff like every day. So yeah, it's great. It's exciting
Yeah.
seeing what we're coming up with.
We have a couple of like little mini releases that are kind of scheduled as well, like for the first part of this year. So we're excited about that. And we have some cover stuff that we want to put out that we kind of feel very passionately about as well. And we're very much like original music. We love putting out original music, but sometimes it's fun to, you know, chuck on a cover that, you know, you put your own spin on. So I think you would probably like the new cover that we're just about to put out. So keep your eyes peeled for that one.
Okay.
But yeah, now for us, I think after the debut album has obviously just recently come out, like it's about touring for the next years to come. So we're really focusing on that. We've got a lot of cool touring plans coming up. So yeah, it's exciting to be able to take this worldwide. Sure.
Excellent. I always like to ask too, what gear you're using. I'm sure your gear of choice is the Fender Squier guitars. That's probably
Yeah.
the gear of choice that you guys are playing most of the time, right?
Yeah, well, I've got a Fender Strat at the moment. I'm on an A grade Fender deal, so it's been fantastic to be part of that Fender family, and they were really helpful to us on tour as well when we had
Yeah, for sure.
we went to Fender HQ in London, and the team there were just so lovely. And my Fender family in Australia are just, they go above and beyond every single time we need something. So we love Fender here at Cassidy Paris.
Excellent. So you're kind of talked a little bit about maybe
Yeah.
upcoming plans, maybe some tour stuff happening. You got some more Australian dates maybe lined up. Is that the case? Or are you thinking about looking at US, or can you say anything
totally.
about that?
I mean, we've got the next we've got a 2 or 3 Aussie dates coming up in the next month or two. And then yeah, we're doing planning for UK and some other places, hoping for US and stuff at some point this year. But you know, we can't really say for sure what's happening just yet. So there's all talks in the pipeline at the moment.
Right.
But,
Always moving parts. Yeah. I know in the UK, there's so much of this rock going on. So many folks are touring there. There's festivals. There's all kinds of stuff going there. They really love their hard rock and metal over there. You know,
Absolutely.
but you guys have kind of a mix. It's kind of a poppy metal rock. So that's kind of what they're into now in the US, right? So you're definitely on the right track for sure with that.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Yeah, it's been great to kind of be involved in that scene. And like I said, we've been over to the UK. Oh, I probably didn't say it in this interview. We've done a couple of interviews in the last 24 hours.
Just a couple, right?
What I've said now, so forgive us for repeating stuff.
It's interview day today, so we're doing about 7 or 8 interviews.
When they make you say the same
day.
stories 30 times, it's a little much, right?
But yeah, we've been to the UK twice in the last 2 years, so it's been awesome to kind of have people want us to come back. And I know that we've got a lot of exciting things happening for the UK this year, and Europe and Ireland, and a lot of people are speaking about the US, so we're trying to tee up something for the US as of currently. So yeah, it's very exciting to, you know, have people want us to come internationally to play for them.
Cool. All right, and one last question then for each of you separately then. If you did get an opportunity to open for whoever, who would be like one of the people on your list? Doesn't have to be number one, but who would be somebody on your list?
Going Hailstorm.
Hailstorm.
Hailstorm. Right. Yeah, that would be a killer. That would be a killer bill. Yeah.
Mine would have to be Airborne, just because it'd be a great crowd as well.
Right. Exactly. All right. Very cool. Well, thank you so much for being with us today. We really appreciate you guys joining us here on Talking About Rock. If they want to know more about you, Cassidy, or about your music, where should they check you out?
You can check me out at Cassidy Paris Official. We can check us out at Cassidy Paris Official. And you can go to the website, CassidyParis.com, and you can order the new record at Frontiers Music SRL, the debut record.
Excellent. All right, great. And if you folks out there have comments or questions for us, please feel free to email us at talkingaboutrock@gmail.com. You can like us and follow us on all our social media and our website, Talking About Rock. Again, thank you both for being with us today. Really appreciate it.
Thanks so much for your time. Cheers.
See you later. Bye-bye.